Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another episode of Unpopular Opinions. Akeem, with the new mic, yeah? What you saying, bruv?
Yeah, man. You know what? I actually had it for time, but I just didn't collect it from. It got delivered to my old address. I just didn't collect it till what?
Man, like, yeah, money man, yeah. Man said, yeah, bruv. Man, just leave the mic there, fam.
No.
Yeah,
you know what? Once
Hey.
I started getting some audio problems, still, I had to get the mic ready. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Had to happen, man.
I hear that, bro.
It sounds clearer now.
Yeah, bruv, that's a wavy mic still. Man got the road mic. I see everyone with those. You get me?
Yeah.
I got one as well still, but I ain't. It's still in the plastic, you know, like that, bro. It's long.
Yeah.
I needed an adapter or something in it because it wasn't a USB one. It's them flipping studio ones, and I just couldn't be asked, bro. I just got another one.
Yeah. Because you can get it. Yeah, I had to get an adapter.
I couldn't be bothered. I just got a new mic. Fuck the adapter, bro. That's all long. Big up everyone inside. Smash that like button. You already know what it is. It's Unpopular Opinions, blood. So, fam, we need to get into the nitty gritty first. I don't know what's going on. My man said about the Melon Troops thing. Someone's saying they're trying to cancel my boy Troops.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happened.
I saw it just now, innit?
I don't know what's happened. Do you know what I'm saying? So you man can let me know what's going on, yeah. And then obviously, I passed through Twitter quite quickly, you know what I'm saying, to address a pagan, you know them ones.
Yeah, I just opened up Twitter now and I just saw the Kane Dingle line. I'd be rolling,
bro. You see me, bro. I'm on Twitter for a good time, not a long time. So you might just see me pop up every now and then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man said Kane Dingle.
Kane Dingle, that's what man looks like, bruv. My man looks like his breath smells like the sofa in a pub. You know them one. That's what he looks like. And man want to address me, bro. Before you speak on my name, brush your teeth, innit? You know them one. That's all I'm saying. Them man there, bro, they don't want it with me, bro. Because you know what it is, yeah? I just mind my own business on YouTube and man want to chat my name on Twitter. But when I'm ready to stick it on, man, bro,
yeah,
I won't stop.
You know what? I didn't even check the whole thing, but I already started. I already thought this guy's some idiot when he started saying fans need to. Anytime you start talking about accent or or like you need to have grown up in the local area to support a team, that's just stupid. And you know the maddest thing is only football that does that. No other sport gets on the people for, oh, hold on, why are you a blah 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 fan? You live here. Like no one gets. Obviously, I'll say it like little banter, but it will never be.
But they don't even talk about it, bro. You know the amount, bro. I follow basketball. You know the amount of these man, yeah, like fucking that follows basketball teams that ain't even in their state, blood. Nowhere near their state. You know them ones. So it's one of them ones where I just find it funny in football. And you know it is. They do it to be like, oh, I'm a better fan than you. Because I've got the accent. But it's like, bro, I spend more money on the football club than you do, bro. Like just my train ticket up to Manny, yeah. I'm back, bro. Like I spend more in a year. Bro, I spend a salary in a year traveling up and down to Manchester.
Trust me.
You know them ones. It's a salary up there because they don't make London money. You know them ones. So when man want to try to disrespect the thing, I had to tell man, I said, bro, there's 1.1 billion United followers online and there's less than 3 million people in Manchester. So what, you think the average Man United fan sounds like you? The average Man United fan is brown.
Yeah. But they don't like that though. They don't want to hear that.
Bro, like it or not, because when you go to Asia and you go to Africa, that's where the bulk of these man's following is. That's why they go there on tour all the time.
Hey, not just that. Hey, listen, Man United wouldn't be a bigger club as people think it will be without them as well. That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
so
without them followers, them man would be a League 2 team, blood, just like Man City were.
Exactly. Straight up.
Man, want to talk about my accent, bro. You know them ones. Meanwhile, yeah, Flex and KG got the same accent as me, blood. So go chat to them. You know them ones. Mark ain't from Manchester either. So go chat to him, bro. You know them ones. You don't have to have a Manchester accent, bro. Like the man that's putting money in your pocket. Well, I hope you're getting paid anyway, bro. I wouldn't pay you because you're shit. But you know what I mean? The guy that's putting money in your pocket ain't from Manchester. You know, like that. So Kane Dingle needs to settle down, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Brush his teeth and make sure that he puts money on his electric key, fam. That's what he needs to worry about. You know, like that, because that brother couldn't pay my phone bill. So I don't need to worry about them man there. But what them man trying to do to my guy Troops though? Them man need to leave my guy Troops alone. What's going on?
Boy, I guess someone probably in the comments probably can explain better, but it just seems like he said a comment. Well, he said that he was doing a video in it, some sort of video, and then it seems like he made a couple of comments about this girl that gets memed and clipped up a lot.
Yeah,
the BIOS. I don't know her actual name. I don't even know her name.
Yeah. Oh, he said that Troops apologized. So
yeah, so I don't even know, to be honest. You know what? It's 2021, isn't it?
But what happened? You told me.
Well, I don't know what
shit.
He said a couple of different things. Yeah, he said that, and he said some other stuff. He said some other stuff as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's a mad thing still. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what I mean? That is a bit mad. Troops is my brother. You know them ones, but it is what it is though, innit? It is what it is though. Now I mean, football is an emotional game. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, man's probably said it to just like to try and be funny in it kind of thing, and just to bad her up. But really, do you know what I mean? Like it goes against the bigger picture in it, like that obviously women in football are dealing with in it. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna insult someone, like keep it about football or something like that. But do you know what I mean? When it is sexist, isn't it? So I get what man is saying, because you wouldn't say that to a brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's why, like, I don't rate that. But Troops is my guy. He will know, innit? If I'd known that he would have said that, I'd have said to him, "Oh, bro, you went too far." But he apologized.
You can post up the apology here. Someone's dropped it still.
Let me have a look. But
yeah. But anyway.
Oh shit! He said when she opened her mouth, Tottenham lose, so she needs to put something. Okay.
I didn't hear that. I must have only watched it once. Still,
I'm not gonna lie. That is funny, but I can understand why people are getting onto him for it. That's my brother, anyway. You know what I mean? Troops that's my brother, man.
Yeah.
From a comment on a podcast. Yeah, it was banter, but I don't know her personally. And this time I took it too far, regardless of what he said about me or my family. I know I'm held to a higher standard. Yeah, 100%. And I'll reach out to her directly to have a conversation. 100%. There you go. Perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think a lot of it is down to timing, because Tottenham, because her specifically gets a lot of heat because of
and it's not the first time either.
Yeah. It's not the first time across the space, in it. So I think if Tottenham was top of the league and there was no banter happening, it probably wouldn't have. I think she's already like probably quite annoyed in it with what's been going on, or with her club, as well as her clip up. So I guess that alongside obviously the unacceptable comments is obviously
100%, bro. Do you know what I mean? So
anyway,
do you know what I mean? Big up Troops for being the bigger man and coming out and apologizing, and he done that swiftly as well. And obviously that's my brother. You get me? So I'm not surprised that he apologized, because he's a straight up guy. You know them, man. He's just a straight up guy, bro. It's just that when you're frustrated, do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just lash out. You know them ones.
I don't even know what he was talking about. I think they were just doing a review on the football, innit? So anyway,
that's what I'm saying.
That's hopefully all done and dusted from that perspective. Because anyway,
that's what I'm saying. So yeah, bruv, it's dusted. I'm glad that Troops has apologized, and bruv, they can't cancel Troops, blood. Troops is Troops, blood. You can't cancel Troops. You can't. Literally, the man that follow him, a man that can relate to him, bro. Like, he's built his following over the years. You can't cancel a man like that. Do you know what I'm saying? You cannot cancel them, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So stop trying, blood. You know them ones. I'm sick of this culture where it's like, I don't agree with what man said, so now man just wanna wipe man off the face of the earth. That's fuckery.
There's someone who has nothing else to do with their day now, that's probably going back 5 years or into other videos or something he's done to try and find something else he said. Do you know what I mean? And that's the culture that we live in now. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like, you know, people have got cancelled for tweets or stuff they put up 9 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
it's not right, bro. It's not right, bro. And the reason why it's not right is because there's a lot of things, that through ignorance and through obviously us understanding the effect that like our words have on certain people, that were acceptable to say 5, 6, 7 years ago that aren't acceptable to say now.
Well, a great case in point of that is, bro, if you watch if you watch any old like 90s or 2000 sitcom or whatever, yeah, comedy, bro, the sort of stuff they say is mad. Like,
Bruv,
bro,
it's mad.
even the even the like the most Hollywood of all of them, ones like Friends, bro. Like, if you look back and listen to some of the things they say, it's mad. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But it was never a problem back then. You can't say that now. Do you know what I mean?
100.
So, do you know what I'm saying? In fact, you know what? I say that about Friends. About a few months ago, someone tried to complain saying they want to get Friends off Netflix and off Prime because of some episode degrading women. Do you know what I mean? Which that's how it is. There's a lot of things in the past, but I do think going forward, people probably just need to be careful with what they're saying and make sure they think about what they're saying before they say it.
100%. Do you know what I mean? We have a responsibility. Do you know what I mean? To at least not insult and offend like the wider demographic. Don't get me wrong. I'll insult individuals all day. I'll do it with my chest as well. I enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to potentially upsetting like groups of people, you need to be very careful with what you say in it. And obviously, man's apologize, bruv. It's what it is. You know, like that. So it's calm. I big up my man for the super chat as well. I said $50, you know, fuck's sake. I went back and forth with you on Twitter, sat him down. Bruv, I know why he doesn't like me. No one's there. I know why he doesn't like me, but
what's the reason?
bruv, you can see it, bruv. You know them ones there, like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That bread's gone there. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? And bruv, no one knows him. Like no one knows him. No one cares who he is, bro. You know what I'm saying? The man are just trying to get clout. These men on Twitter have clocked that if they talk about me, they'll make friends online, bruv. Because it's popular to chat shit about me. But my subs keep going up. So you man ain't do it. You talk some more. You know, like that. Like it is what it is. It's very silly.
It's always funny when you think about it. Someone who talks about Man United every day. Someone who goes to when the football was on, going to games every week, traveling 200-300-400 miles round trip all day, and then you get comments like this ain't a real Man United fan. What are you talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make no sense. Do you know? Doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of fans who even live in Manchester that go to less games than you've been to. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense when you deep it. Like if you didn't like the club, why would you talk about it? It's like it's mad, bro. So people ain't got common sense. No common sense.
100%. Do you know what I mean? And the fact this brother's not even from Manchester is funny. That's funny, man. There's no misunderstanding, bro. Understand? Do you know what I'm saying? That he's a pagan. That's all there is to understand. You know, like that. And these men won't have the same energy in real life, blood. They won't, innit? And that's what it is. These men hide behind their little tweets and that. But in real life, man can't chat to me. You know what I mean? Flex will tell him, blood. You know what I mean? If Flex is who I know he is, he'll tell him, bruv, listen, you don't want it. Like, stop chatting shit. Because the thing is, yeah, like, a man will chat shit, but the thing is with this internet thing, yeah, because the YouTube community is not that big, one day we're all going to have to sit down in a room.
And it happens. Do you know what I'm saying?
It happens. It might be an award.
It happens all the time.
It might be an awards. It might be something. And when we're sitting in that room, I know I can say whatever I want to everyone in that room, blood, because I'm confident in there, bro. I know he won't say nothing to man, innit? So it's one of them ones. Don't tweet about me, bruv. Worry about yourself, blood. Worry about your failing YouTube career, blood. Worry about that. You know them ones. So big up Troops for his apology. Do you know what I mean? Being the bigger man. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you need to do that. Because sometimes when you're wrong, do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you're wrong and you're vexed because man are getting onto you, you lose sight of that. Do you know what I'm saying? But I respect him. You know what I'm saying? I respect him for coming out. Do you know what I mean? And apologizing. And the people that want to see Troops do well, I want to believe that he's a good youth because he is. Do you know what I mean? The people that want to do that will just sweep it under the carpet. She'll definitely accept his apology because she seems like a decent girl anyway.
She does, yeah. She does.
And the thing is, bruv, she's coming up in the YouTube game. Troops has got a big platform, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, having man on side could work well for her in the future. You never know. They might do a collab or something, water under a bridge. She gets some new followers. Everyone wins. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's just what it needs to be.
Sometimes it is. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like a lot of the time, you know, the apology. That's why when people say an apology is not enough, sometimes people don't respect it. People don't realize, yeah, an apology sometimes is enough. Sometimes that breaks the ground and makes it okay. Now let's sit down and talk properly, or talk offline. Do you know what I mean? Instead of this banter thing, and you get further. Do you know what I'm saying? By doing that, so I'm pleased that them two sorted each other's differences out. I don't know if they've been going back and forth for a long time, or that was the first thing. I don't know, bro. But either way, I guess Troop saw it as football banter in it, and then he obviously took it too far. But it's all sorted now.
100%. And oh, this bro is funny. Oh, big up you, man. Listen, yeah.
What?
I'm in my bruv. Like when I was playing ball in it, I went, bruv. We had a cup game in Romania, blood, and we went to Bucharest, blood, and I fucking ended up in Romania, yeah. Like it's like a normal bar, but then after a certain time, it turns into a strip club. So I'm chilling in there, yeah, with my boys. They're having a few drinks, and that lights go out. Pole comes down from the ceiling. I just see a gal come out, and that, bro,
down from the ceiling, yeah,
bruv, and it just turned into a mad thing, bro. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? These football trips, yeah, that I've been on, yeah, when I was playing ball, blood, I'll tell you, man, some stories. You know, like that, some real stories. Do you know what I'm saying? So, the reason why I'm in my tracksuit now is because I was filming some stuff for you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? So, big up. You get me? You man got something coming. You man got like a little football vlog and that. Man had a football coach take me through some drills and that today. You won't be disappointed. You know the ones. That's all I'm saying. A few man are gonna have to shut the fuck up and put some respect on man's name after you see this footage anyway. And it should be done tomorrow or Friday, he said. And it looks mad. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up all you man that always support, man. You lot have got mad content coming. And you see when this comes out, I'm sending even more for these dead ballers, bro. You know them, man. So big up. And 100% these men are going to try and milk the troops thing. But now he's apologized. The game, just don't watch these things. Don't watch them.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Don't watch them. Do you know what I mean? Do not watch them, bro. Don't give these man the don't give them the satisfaction. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up everyone inside. Let's talk about Liverpool.
Liverpool's got to be spoken about. They have to be. Liverpool, a team that many Liverpool fans, in fact, you know what? It's not even just Liverpool fans, it's the media as well that tried to put a statement, put a point on this team saying it's one of the greatest of all time, not just in the Premier League, but one of the greatest European sides because of their consistency in the Champions League in 2 or 3 seasons. I think they finished fine. They won it. They got to a final, and I think they went out it was out in the quarters or something the season before. But so their progression in the Champions League over like 3 or 4 seasons, and obviously their numbers as well that they put up. They put up what 99 and 97 99 and 97 in 2 seasons or something. So for that reason, many people wanted to put that as one of the greatest of all time. And then this season came. They lost obviously like 6 or 7 of their starting 11 straight away out the gate. And critically, they lost their defenders. Gomez, I think Robertson was injured for a certain period of time, and obviously Virgil van Dijk. The biggest problem is obviously that those injuries were long term. Do you know what I mean? And Liverpool fans like to think now that is the reason why they're not in the title race or winning the league. Without that, they would be winning the league this season. So I don't know what your thoughts are generally in regards to like how good this Liverpool team actually was. Because I got people now who were saying this Liverpool team was never that good. I'll be honest, I don't like Liverpool, but I do think it was a great side. It was a great balance. It was a well-balanced side. It weren't the best side with the best world-class players in it that I've seen if you compare it to other Premier League teams. But I think it's one of the most balanced sides I've seen in the Premier League. But the truth is, bro, when you take out 2 or 3 man from a team and it falls apart like that, you've got to ask yourself that question. How good is that team really? Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro. Like, it's a hard one. You know the reason why I say that is because people say that they weren't that good to begin with. I think that is slightly harsh, but I do kind of see where they're coming from. Like every time when I looked at Liverpool, yeah, I always said on paper, I said, this team ain't good, bruv. And when I say this team ain't good, I'm talking about the real good teams, like the good Chelsea teams we've seen, the good Arsenal teams we've seen, the good Manchester City teams, the good United teams. That Liverpool team, man for man, isn't even, bruv, it's not a patch on any of these teams. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's testament to an absolutely brilliant coach. And I just feel like for Liverpool, it's almost like the stars aligned for them at the perfect time. Do you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if like Klopp ran over a juju man or something, and now like man's cursed. You know them ones, because Henderson getting injured is a mad thing. Is a mad thing. That's almost signed Liverpool's death warrant. But I genuinely think
people are saying it don't make no difference because they don't rate Henderson though. So
no, but you know what it is? I think it's his they talk about his influence on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's what they talk about. That's what they talk about. You know what I mean? That's what they talk about.
Bro,
they
but
talk about his communication, his leadership, all these other things.
But then you got to think like, I'm thinking, how are they getting so many? I've never seen a team get that many long-term injuries like in 1 year. Like, it's obviously, I don't know if they're training too hard. Is as Klopp just burnt them out in the terms of the way they're playing through the last 2, 3, 4 years, which has leading them now to, because obviously when you're more tired, you're more susceptible to getting injured, not necessarily for longer, but you're more susceptible to getting injured. And a lot of those players, they look like they're burnt out. Like if you look at the way they play, like they look tired. Like, and one of the things that Klopp doesn't do really is when Klopp's team is 3-4-0 up, or even comfortably 2-0 up, he doesn't relax. Like there's still red arrows flying forward. They're still so intense. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know if he's managed his team very well in terms of managing. Obviously, let me not misquote myself. I'm not saying he hasn't managed the team well. I mean, he hasn't managed the fitness levels, or maybe that's not his fault. That might be his back team. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the team behind him hasn't monitored the fitness levels properly, the health of the players properly, which has led to what, 7, 8 major long-term injuries for the whole season.
Yeah,
that shouldn't happen.
And this is a very, very big point. Liverpool didn't have any major injuries for 2-3 seasons. Every other team in the league was dealing with it. Manchester City lost Kevin De Bruyne for pretty much a whole season, bruv. Still won the league. United lost
a whole
Pogba.
Season besides 5 games or something.
Yeah. United lost Pogba pretty much for a whole season and lost Rashford for about a third of it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's happened, bro. You know what I mean? United kept losing Martial as well. He kept getting injured. Bailly's been out for a long time. Liverpool have never had this level of injuries the whole time that they were I wouldn't even say dominating, because they didn't dominate. They didn't win a Champions League and a Prem the same year. So that means they were never the best team in Europe and the best team domestically at the same time. United have done that.
Which, by the way, Man United is the only team who has done that.
So, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So
twice.
Yeah, exactly. So no one can't say. Now, when we're talking about the best ever Premier League teams, if it's not Manchester United, the answer's wrong. The answer's wrong, because if you ain't won your league and the Champions League in the same year,
all won it 3 times in a row, twice.
all that, but we don't need to talk about that, because you could win your league, but then, bruv, if you get knocked out in the group stage of the Champions League, it's all kind of tainted. Do you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Now, my man said Klopp made a deal with Satan the season you won the league. Maybe, blood.
But maybe. But if you look at this team, though, like, which of the players do you feel are underperforming? Because the truth is, regardless of if this team's makeshift, a lot of these games they should still be putting teams away. Like
100.
So, is Firmino's time up? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because he obviously was never a goal scorer anyway. Like, he was never known for his goals, but he doesn't seem like he's effective as much in terms of linking play. The gap between the midfield and the front three now is so big, and it's so slow. That transition is crazy. Like before, before that transition between midfield and attack was so quick, it was deadly.
But it's not the midfield, it's the defense. It's Van Dijk. Van Dijk is Liverpool's best playmaker. He playmakes from deep, innit? And that's what, the amount of times he goes direct. And they don't have that now. And they got Thiago in, but Thiago doesn't really play them long passes. Thiago likes a short, sharp game. Do you know what I'm saying? And Van Dijk was like the quarterback. He was the one that turned people around and got Salah and Mane to use their pace, because that's their strengths, innit? They're not good in tight situations. They're not good against low blocks. So the quick transition with Van Dijk straight into the forwards, and then the Liverpool three midfielders squeezing up and counter pressing if they didn't keep the ball. That was how Liverpool played. And then as soon as now they don't have that quick out ball from the back, they're looking real meaty, bro. They're looking real funny in the light, cuz.
But exactly. And like, with that in mind, do you not feel then like the way that the tactics were set up without Van Dijk and losing those players, like, do you not think it was a bit naive from like Klopp and the team and the board to not look at, okay, if we do lose 2 or 3 players, we ain't got anyone to replace them with? And it's I feel like this summer, the last 2 transfer windows, not this one, the last 2, in fact, even this one as well, but mainly the last 2, it's almost like they were comfortable, they were comfy, they were like, this team's good enough, we don't need any more players. And
but that's what it is.
Yeah, and bro, and the truth is, they actually got rid of players. They let go of a 2 or 3 man that actually made their team weaker technically this season than it was last year. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can't do that. If you're champions, you have to become better. Everyone's figured you out, probably. That's why it's so hard to defend the league. That's why it's equally harder to win 3 in a row. Because everyone's looking at, let's see how Liverpool play. And part of it's to learn from them because they're doing so well. Yeah. And part of it is because you're so televised, you're so much in the open. It's easy to work for analysts and people to work out how you play within a club.
100%, bro. And that's why they say the hardest thing in life is to be the top dog, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same in boxing, bro. And you man remember when Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua? Bro, when you're at the top of the tree, everyone's got a game plan to beat you, bro. Anthony Joshua didn't know who the fuck this guy was until like 4 weeks before the fight or something like that. So you got to devise a game plan to fight someone that's been thinking about fighting you for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You know them ones, and that's what it is. Yeah. Every time you're watching the champ, you're like, yo, this is how I'd beat him. This is how I'd beat him. I can beat him. Anthony Joshua ain't watching Ruiz fights. Ruiz is watching all of AJ's fights.
Trust me.
You know them ones, and that's what it is.
He's probably struggling to find the DVDs of his old fights, some of them.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, this is what it is, and it's the same with football, bro. Like, when you're the champion, everyone knows, everyone thinks they know, and they're trying to analyze your strengths, your weaknesses, and how they can topple you. So for you to be able to stay at the top of the tree, not 1, but 2, but 3 years in a row, that's different. That means I'm so good that there's nothing you can throw at, man. It doesn't make a difference.
Trust me. And a part of that, part of them levels is you need to have different game plans. You need to switch it up sometimes.
And strengthen when you're winning. That's what United always did well. Win the league, go sign someone. Straight away, bro. Win the league, go sign somebody, bro. Like, look
at Bayern Munich, bro. They slapped up the league the year before, bro. Then they bought Sane. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for them. It's not enough for them. They just won the Champions. In fact, they didn't just win the Champions League. They won everything in Germany.
They won everything.
Everything you can win, bro. They still topped up. They've still topped up their team. So that's one of the biggest problems that I think Liverpool, they got lost in their own sauce because of what they done, how clear they won the league. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, even after stumbling after COVID hit, they still won the league easily. Do you know what I mean? So they probably just looked at it like, our team's good enough. We just have to keep this team together and this squad together, and we'll be good next year. But really, they should have looked at it like, what if Firmino is not effective next season?
Yeah.
Like, they just didn't look at all these ifs. Like,
if you're a Klopp, Because Klopp got too comfortable. Like, cool, the Firmino false 19 worked. Cool, but then you go out and you buy a striker, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Milner left back thing worked for one season.
Yeah.
But you have to go out and get a left back after that. The
Yeah.
Firmino thing worked, but he's not a striker.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? So because of that, yeah, they got too comfortable.
Then you're relying on Mane. Then you're relying on Mane and Salah to play 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 every game. Yeah, every game. And now it's forced. Like now if them two don't play 8 out of 10s or better, bro, they're not winning the game. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are critical now. Their performances, and Salah's pretty much been dragging Liverpool. Bro, without Salah this season, they'll be 6th or 7th now.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Salah's been, and obviously I know a lot of the goals have been penalties and some like simple tap-ins and that.
But he's the only one semi-delivering.
Semi-delivering. He's the only one semi-delivering, bro. Like, bro, if you see the assist stats, bro, for Trent and Robertson this year, if compared to last year, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Them two. I remember when the World 11 came out, Liverpool fans were upset that them two weren't left and right back.
Yeah.
That they were like, they're the best two fullbacks in the league, in the world, sorry. Yeah. Best two in the world. I think by this time last season, they racked up crazy amount of assists. I remember seeing it. Like, I couldn't believe it this time last year. But them two now, what's happening? Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's just that I think people are starting to get used to the fact they've realized now that Trent maybe isn't as good going back, defending as he is going forward.
Yeah, and people are trying to isolate him now.
Exactly, 100%. So people are now trying to target down that side with Trent, and that's meaning he can't play like a right midfielder like he used to, or left midfielder like Robertson used to play pretty much for last year when they had so much freedom to run forward with energy and know that they had cover going back because of the way Henderson and Gigi used to play and Fabinho used to play to cover them. But now they can't do that because of the injuries.
Yeah, facts. I think there's loads of different layers to why Liverpool are in the situation that they're in. But I think the biggest one is complacency. Either from the owners thinking that, because we're winning, we don't need to strengthen. Like, even the token signings in the window with them two shit centre backs. Like, what are you doing, bro? You would have been better off not signing anyone.
Just bring up a kid from the academy. That's what you'd have been.
But bruv, they signed a youth from a team, that is in the relegation zone, and I think they'd conceded like 40 goals or something like that. Why the fuck would you sign the Kabak youth, and then they signed a youth from the championship? Like, that was never a now signing. That signing could have waited till the summer if it was a long-term signing, because that youth's not going to play.
And Liverpool fans, this is where you can't feel sorry for Liverpool from that perspective. It's not like they're not like Leicester, a team that's not got massive flex. They're not a major club. They're not a super club that can get anyone. They're not crazy rich like Liverpool. So if they lose a couple of their man, like if they lose a Ben Chilwell, the best they can get is a Castagna, which, by the way,
he's a good player.
He's a good player anyway, but that's the best that they can replace a player like that with is an Atalanta fullback, which is not no disrespect to Atalanta, but that's the best that they can do, because it's less. Liverpool can get anyone. Yeah. Especially when you've just won the league like that and you won the Champions League the year before and you're Liverpool. That's the one team that Man United, bro, that's the one team alongside Man United that we can't even cuss them for size of club, bro. They are a major, major club, bro. Yeah. And you're out here buying some what's his name? Kabak. Yeah.
Man like cabbage and that, blood, that centre back. It's mad. Nah, it's mad, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up for the super chat, my guy. If you don't win the Premier League and the Champions League in the same season, or win consecutive Premier Leagues or Champions Leagues, you can't be considered as a GOAT team. That's you can't be considered as a GOAT team. You're damn right, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And Zaza, bruv, James that's little bro, blood. You get me? What's he said though? Tell me so I can laugh at him. I'll throw that back in his face in the next stream. You know them one. You know what I'm saying? Because he says some mad things. He says some mad things, but you know what? Like, he genuinely means it, bro. He loves his team, fam. You know, like that. He'll end up in the gutter for Liverpool, but it is what it is. I think that Liverpool got very complacent, and I think they got arrogant in a certain way. Meaning, they thought they were better than they were, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? I think that Liverpool were overperforming massive. Bruv, like even the season they won the league, I think they outperformed their expected goals by 17, which is fucking mad. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember certain games where you were sure Liverpool were going to lose or they were going to draw, drop points, and then they would score in the last 5 minutes. Like the league, the year they won the league, they kept scoring bare late goals.
Yeah.
Against the runner play.
So many.
Yeah.
So many. And they had that sort of but because of their press, the way that they played was with so much energy, they used to just almost tire teams out. So when it got to the last 10, 15 minutes, it's like you just saw teams just tired of like chasing shadows. So they ended up scoring because of that. But now they don't have that same energy. And like it goes back down to the fitness. Like how bad has this team listen, I know we've said it about 3 or 4 times today, innit? But that's why you got to respect teams to win leagues 2, 3, 4 times in a row, whatever, because it takes not only changing tactics, improving a squad, but also you've got to also keep the energy in that team. You got to keep the sharpness that a lot of times you don't have after a season or a year. Bro, once you won the league, a lot of them Liverpool players probably thought, we won the league now. We're good. Yep. I've won. I can 100. Die happy. Do you know what I'm saying? I've won a league title, and I'm not, bro. And the reality is, I'm not trying to say that they don't have a winner's mentality, but there's a lot of them Liverpool players. It's probably like, I've done what I wanted to do now in my career. Done. So the energy is not the same anymore. They've won the Champions League as well, and I think they won the World Club Cup. They've won a couple of the community shits. They've won everything but the 2 domestic cups. They might even have won. I don't know if they won the FA Cup like 3 years ago. No, they ain't even won no domestic cups. So they've won everything but those 2 cups. So is it a motivation thing? That's also a question that needs to be asked.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is a motivation thing because I feel like obviously nobody knows, like none of us know Klopp personally, but he seems from just the way he's a sore loser, bro. He seems like he hates losing and he'll drill his team to be that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And like the real Zlatan said, bro, Klopp is a victim of his own greatness. He was doing so well that his owners said, you know what, you're good. And that's why I said Manchester United finishing second under Jose could be one of the worst things to happen to the club. Because it means the Glazers won't spend because they'll think that, we're the second best team in the league, even though we weren't.
Bro,
and the same thing with Oli as well. Last season, we finished third with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That was possibly the worst thing that could have happened for the window because if we didn't finish there,
Now I was just gonna say, no, just to add to what you just said, like even being in this title race this season is now gonna make it. We fought for the title this year.
Yeah, because now there's rumors that United aren't going to spend big in the summer because they're probably thinking, pretty much got top 4 unlocked. If we finish top 4, that's enough for us. You know what I mean? We get Champions League football. We don't need to spend. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is why sometimes overperforming, with shit tools could hinder yourself. The same thing happened with Pochettino. He overperformed at Tottenham, and then man got to Champions League final, bro. Finished 4th, 3rd, and 2nd in the 3 seasons he was there. Said that, I need reinforcements. Got sacked. Now Jose's in there doing worse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like overperforming, like is the worst possible thing for you as a manager if you've got owners like that.
Yeah. Agreed.
And that's what it is. Liverpool haven't scored a goal from open play at Anfield since November, bruv. Them man are saying that Everton got more goals at Anfield than Liverpool, blood, from open play and that. In 2021, bruv.
That's madness.
You see what man's trying to say, people? So literally, it's one of them things now where you have to look at it. I think that Klopp has been a gift and a curse for Liverpool fans because he's given them good times, but also he's covered up the fuckeries that the owners have been doing.
Fully.
And that was the same thing with Sir Alex Ferguson. People are going on like the Glazers just came, bro. Like we won a Champions League under the Glazers. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the greatest manager of all time.
And what you find is the last 3 or 4 years when he was here, the spending was drying up. Like obviously we were buying players, we were buying marquee signings. So I'm not trying to say we weren't. We were obviously spending more year on year because that's football, innit? That's what every team spending more money year on year. But we weren't making as many like improvements to that team at that point, and maybe that was probably where he thought, you know what, like obviously he was going to retire the year before if we won the league, but he wanted to come back one more year and win it. But you could see even the quality of our side when he retired, it wasn't that good. And it was almost like that was I thought that was one of the worst Premier League winning teams going into the next season. We had a lot of man that was not that good at that time. Either they were young, they were inexperienced, or they weren't very good. But we still had we still would have had a good enough run if we had a better manager at the time. But obviously, with Moyes there, we didn't end up doing too much. But again, this team now of Liverpool, with a great manager, because Klopp is a great manager, undoubtedly, I don't see what he can do here. He can't complain about the board. Yeah, he can't keep moaning to the press.
Yeah.
So everyone knows how he plays. Everyone knows their weaknesses. They got a lot of long-term injuries. So I don't really know where Liverpool goes from here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
maybe he should step down, like, and just move on. Because I don't want him, from his perspective, he shouldn't want to. He's probably thinking now, how much? This is when he's probably going to start thinking, how much do I love this club? And if he loves them, he'll stay. If he doesn't, it'll be like, how much do I want this to tarnish my reputation?
Nah, if he loves them, he'll leave.
Oh, you think?
Bruv, if you love a club, yeah, you have to leave them in these situations because you have to let the fans know that, yo, these are the constraints that I'm working under, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Leave, sacrifice your money that you would have got for staying and suffering, and you leave. It takes a bigger man to leave and say, you know what? No compensation, whatever. I'm a millionaire. Like, I'm not staying in this thing because, yo, like, you're killing the club.
But do you think he's unhappy?
You can see that Klopp. You can see that Klopp's unhappy, though. You can see it.
Yeah, the way
visibly.
Yeah,
visibly, you can see he's unhappy when he's standing there with his arms folded. He knows he's being shagged.
That's why I spoke to a Liverpool fan the other day, and they were telling me that the reason why he's not happy, alongside the reason why Liverpool are not winning, is because they need the fans, and there's no fans. That's the reason,
bro. The smaller clubs, the clubs like Burnley and Brighton, they rely on the fans way more than we do.
And Palace, all of them.
And Palace and them ones. Palace away, bruv, with the fans. You see that stadium there? You would have been there. That's down the bruv.
All the time.
If you're on a away team at Palace, it's long.
Trust me. They don't stop. They don't stop
at all.
All time.
And the stadium's so compact as well. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like the home fans can throw a drink at you, blood. They're that close to you. It's tiny, bro.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
everyone's running the same race. No one has fans in it, so you can't. So that line doesn't help. You can't say that. The only time that would help is if there was different tiers in the country, and some people did have fans and some didn't, which only happened for about a week. Do you know what I mean? So
it's a crazy one. If I was Klopp personally, you know what I mean, at the end of this season, I'll step down. If I wasn't promised a war chest, I'd step down. You know what I mean? Because you I don't know, bro. Like, you see the way Wenger went out. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is,
Wenger didn't. But did Wenger go out? Wenger went out with grace, yeah.
He went out with grace, but the thing is, he went out too many years, too late. And the thing is with Wenger, he had Arsenal overperforming, for so many years, and they're only now realizing it.
Yeah,
you know them ones.
Yeah.
They're only now appreciating what a good job he done now, because many managers have come in after him and repeatedly failed, spending more money than him.
Yeah.
So what he was doing on the pittance that he was working with is bro, like, it's admirable. It's almost like winning a trophy. Getting the Arsenal team in the top 4 was like winning a trophy. He wasn't lying.
Yeah.
He wasn't lying because he weren't spending no piece.
Yeah.
And he was selling his best players. Wenger came out the other day and said, bro, the amount of times I had to sell players I didn't want to sell, because that's the business model of the club.
Yeah.
They said to him, did you ever sell any players you didn't want to sell? He said many times.
Yeah.
and they all went Man City and won stuff, and he still finished in the top 4. That I mean, Clichy, Sanya, Nasri, Adebayor all went to City, and I'm sure I missed some.
Yeah, there was quite a few.
You see what I'm saying?
They sold a lot of their big bro, and ultimately this is this leads to instability because the manager doesn't know if they're coming or they don't know the vision, like if the board's not spending. Do you know what I'm saying? And ultimately it's unfair to the manager as well, because the manager is going to be the one who gets blamed for the success or failure of the club. But the reality is the team is not good enough in comparison to last season.
Yeah.
That being said, for everything that I said about Liverpool, the truth is, like you said, injuries happen in it, and Liverpool should stop complaining. Liverpool fans mainly should stop complaining or acting like, obviously it's happened and it's excessive. There's a lot of injuries, but like every team has injuries. Like you said, every team suffers it. Leicester's a great example. Leicester slapped them up a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Leicester, 3 of their back 4 at the time was injured. Yeah. They actually had 5 of their starting 11 unavailable or injured. 5 of their starting 11, and that's Leicester, a team that's got less money. Their average squad player is far worse than Liverpool's. Yeah, and they're not complaining. They're second in the league.
Yeah,
that's why I always respect Leicester. They don't complain. They don't moan. They replace players with quality. A well-run club. Simple. A very well-run club. One of the best in the Premier League.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah. And don't take this the wrong way, because a lot of people like to take things out of context, bro. The football that Leicester play, yeah, is a lot more sustainable than the football that Liverpool play. I'm not saying that Brendan Rodgers is a better manager than Jurgen Klopp, but I'm saying sustainability. Leicester's brand of football doesn't rely on 11 man running their arse off for 90 minutes. Do you know what I mean? There's a bit more substance to it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that is the reason why they can sustain going through loads of injuries, because they've had their fair share of injuries as well. I think they lost both fullbacks. They lost Vardy for a spell. They lost Ndidi. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think they might even have lost critical. I think they might even have lost Tielemans for a little while as well.
Yeah, man. No,
and they're still doing it, bro.
Still doing.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Liverpool
in the Europa League as well.
Exactly. Liverpool is a different ball game. Do you know what I mean? Heavy metal. You need everyone running. You know what I mean? Everyone running themselves into the ground. Do you know what I mean? For 90 minutes, bro. That's not sustainable.
These men are holding the R1 button on FIFA all day, innit? That's it.
Yeah. That's it, bro.
Podcast is tonight still. Podcast is tonight.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the sustainability of the football, it's the same with Southampton. Everyone talks about how well they press here, but bruv, any given Sunday, Southampton can get pammed.
Yeah. Which is what happens.
Bro, they can get pammed, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, because because you see that pressing football, yeah, it's not sustainable over the course of the season. And you see where I watched the Atletico game yesterday. Big up Giroud, my guy, blood. I've always backed that guy. He's a brilliant footballer.
Good game.
It was a very tactical, cagey game, innit? But Giroud is a world-class finisher. And you know what's mad, yeah? When I looked at Atletico's style, yeah, Diego Simeone's football, yeah, not only is it sustainable, but because he switches between counter-pressing and low block, his players aren't running their arse off for the whole game. For the first half an hour, they played a low block and they didn't press at all. They had Suarez. They were playing a 6-3-1 formation with Suarez up top. Yeah. Felix dropped back into the midfield and they had a line of 6 at the back. And then later in the game, like second half, they were pressing with 4 players up front. Do you know what I'm saying? So they vary their attacks and they vary their defense, which means that their players are more rested, bro. Playing in a low block doesn't take that much fitness. It's more concentration. Don't make a mistake. That's all it is. Compact the space. Do you know what I mean? Send them down the outside, deal with the cross. Anything that comes through the middle gets snuffed out. Do you know what I'm saying? And Liverpool I don't know if Klopp tried to change his style of play by bringing in Thiago, but it hasn't worked.
Yeah, it's not worked because, like you said, like Thiago is a better player under a kind of a slower
Bruv, if you put him in that Chelsea team, oh my lord.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
That's the perfect type of player
Yeah.
for Tuchel. And to be honest with you, he just doesn't suit the way Liverpool want to play, I don't think, at the moment. But maybe they're gonna have to change their tactics, and Thiago will become a critical partner. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I guess in hindsight, it's better to have him than not, because look how many injuries they've got. Imagine if they didn't buy him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their team would be even worse now. Do you know what I mean? But their defenders, their centre backs,
Yep.
is too much makeshift business. And you know what's mad about it is that it was makeshift already when Fabinho's had to drop back in defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like quite a few times in the last 18 months before this season, even before Van Dijk got injured, because Gomez has been out. And
yeah, they started the season with 3 senior centre backs. That's unheard of in the Premier League.
Exactly, which is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Man United's got like 7 or 8 senior centre backs. So when you compare it, like, it's naive from them to have gone into this season like that. Because even if Van Dijk didn't get injured, bro, Gomez could have got injured, which he did.
Yeah.
Then what are you gonna do? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not. You got to have a team that allows 5 of your starting 11 to all be injured, and your team's still good enough to go on and win games.
Yeah.
If it's not that good, that means you haven't got a good squad. You got a good starting 11 at full strength, but you haven't got a good squad. That's what it means.
Yeah, facts. And they don't have squad depth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they've literally got man there just to make up the numbers, but they're not adding, like, the drop in quality between the starting 11 and the rest of the players is, it's chalk and cheese, bro. It's night and day. Do you know what I'm saying? The difference in quality between like, if you lose like a Mane or a Salah, do you know what I mean? Who you bringing in? You're bringing in Shaqiri, bro.
And they should have brought more man through when they had the league done and done. Yeah, and I mean before, like, the last 5 games of the season. I mean, they had the title done up basically. Even though they were stuttering, they had the title done up before the COVID. So once COVID came, after that, you should have started bringing some of these young players through. Like, I know they brought Curtis Jones through, but they should have brought through. They should have thought about, like, let's get 3 to 5 of these man up to the standards and levels of the team. If you're gonna play with that model as a club, make sure that you invest heavily in your academy. Make sure. Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? They've got some good players. The lad on loan at Blackburn is top player. I think Elliot. Yeah,
he's a baller. Like, I've seen him for a few years. I really like him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a weird one. This man saying Klopp's assistant. I didn't realize Klopp's assistant left. The same thing happened with Jose. Rui Faria left, and then the wheels fell off for Jose.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The wheels fell off for Jose.
It happens when a lot of assistants leave, you know. Trust me. There's been times that a lot of the time they're the brains behind.
Not a lot of the time, most of the time, bro. Like, what man don't understand is, managers aren't necessarily coaches. Not everyone's going to be a Pep Guardiola. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these men need to understand that when you look at Jose, he had the same man with him for 17 years. The reason why he had that same man with him for 17 years is because there's no Jose without him. That's why. Because if he could have moved on without man, their paths probably would have gone that way a lot sooner, bro. Do you know what I mean? The guy was vital in everything that Jose did, and since he left Jose hasn't won anything. What a surprise. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where that could be a big factor, bro. I don't know
when did that happen? When did they leave?
I don't know. It'd be interesting. There's Liverpool fans in here, so let us know when he left. Big up Genie for the super chat. How many players in the current Liverpool squad would you take? I would take Fabinho 100% to play DM at Man United. If we had Fabinho in that midfield, we're good. All the rest of the other players, I wouldn't. Fabinho and Van Dijk, I would take. That's about it. Obviously Thiago as well. You know what I'm saying? And what? That's two midfielders. And to be fair, United could use the midfielders because Matic's legs are going. He's getting older. Yeah. Yeah. Fabinho, Thiago, and Virgil, I would take. The way Luke Shaw's playing at the moment, I wouldn't take Robertson. And Trent's rubbish. So yeah, I think that's me. What about you, Akeem?
Fabinho and Van Dijk, obviously. I would take Mane because Mane is still got the, you know, at his best, he is one of the best in the world. I was about to say greatest, one of the best in the world at the time, at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll take Mane 100%. Fabinho, I'll take the way we play. I'll take Thiago, and I would obviously take Van Dijk. I don't think anyone else in that team.
Yeah.
I do think though. I do think Robertson fundamentally is a better than Shaw over a course of his career. Over the next.
Oh, he is fundamentally. So I'm just saying on form. Do you know what I'm saying?
On form now, yeah. On form now, I wouldn't. No, but as soon as Shaw go, if Shaw, I don't want to say as soon as, if Shaw starts going back to what he used to be, then yeah, definitely Robertson, 100%.
That's what I'm saying, bruv. Look at that, bruv.
Yeah, you know what's mad about? Do you know?
I'm a madman. Man said save this tweet, you know, bruv. I don't know, bruv. Hey, brother, you know what? I've always rated Giroud, you know. Like, honestly, I would have, if I was the United manager, I would have gone in for him.
It's mad though, because I remember when he left Arsenal and Arsenal fans was cheering. I'm so happy we finally got rid of the donkey. Do you know what I'm saying? We finally got rid of Giroud, bro. That's what Arsenal fans were so happy. Yeah, they were the same as what Chelsea fans were when Willian left to go the other way.
Yeah,
but Giroud would have been a great hold for Arsenal to stay at the club, because there's been a lot of times that they've relied on Aubameyang. They had to bring in Lacazette, who's not been scoring consistently, and Giroud as a finisher. Yeah, Arsenal create chances a lot of the time. They just don't finish their dinner. Do you know what I'm saying? So that was a terrible choice. And how much did he even go for? Free transfer.
Yeah, and he only cost them 12 million to sign in the first place. And that was a brilliant Wenger signing, because I remember when they signed him, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, that was a good signing. That was a good signing from Wenger. And Wenger was
I didn't know who he was. And you see Giroud, what I like about Giroud, his touch is a joke, bro. You know them ones. Look at that. Man said he didn't suit their style of play, but he's one of the best target link men in Europe. Easy. You know them one. And he still is. You know, like that, bro. Like, honestly, if I'm playing in a big game,
in a world, when someone plays on a World Cup on a big stage like that, after being benched for the whole season before, and he still puts in performances like that at the last World Cup, come on, that just shows.
Trust me, I'm a big Giroud fan. You know them ones. Like, I always rate footballers, bro. Too many people are obsessed with pace and, do you know what I mean, all these other things. No, man. Do you know what I'm saying? No, that's not the game, bro. That's not the game. The game is watching Olivier Giroud, bro. Like, people talk about movement. You see the same way people are saying, oh, Martial don't run enough, don't move enough and all that. No, bro. Sometimes the best thing to do as a forward is not to move too much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, running around, bro. Like, what good does that do you, bro? What good does that do you? Against decent defenders, yeah, it's not going to do you very much. Like, when you look at the statistics, yeah, Cavani runs like as much as a midfielder, bro. How's that helping his goals? It's not.
Bro, Giroud is a man.
He runs around and he still scored 3 goals. So
right, bro. I remember I remember when Man United were playing Chelsea in the semi-final last year, and Giroud was actually the one I did not want on the starting lineup. When I was looking, I was like, hopefully they don't start Giroud. Obviously, I think they did, and he was the one who scored the one goal. I might be wrong, but Giroud is a big problem when he is up against especially defenders that allows him to bring the ball down and shoot, or to find space and obviously on those low ball crosses, or even normal crosses, and to obviously get a chance to finish, because he only needs about a couple of chances a game at most, and he'll score a goal. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's it, bro. And you know what it is, yeah? I always point to the goal the goal that you remember when Jack Wilshere scored that sick goal and Arsenal done like I think it was like a 25 pass move or something.
Yeah, every Arsenal fan loves bringing that goal.
Guess whose pass round the corner it was? Olivier Giroud, bro. The guy's beautiful. And I think that I think Rosicki scored a goal similar where it was bare passes and that. Giroud's always at the thick of it, mate. You know them ones. And my man said he's meant to be a supporting cast, not the main striker. I disagree. You know why I disagree? Liverpool will be doing a lot better now with him up front rather than fucking Firmino. Because you see the chances that drop to Firmino, Giroud's gobbling that up. And he's also, linking the play just as well, just not in the same way. He's not going to do the Cruyff turns and the 360s and that, but he'll just back into man and lay it off. Same thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The same thing.
Massively underappreciated player, bro.
Massively, bro. And the thing is, you see someone like a Kai Havertz now for Chelsea, you need an Olivier Giroud, bro, because he was known for getting into the box and that. When you've got someone like Giroud, and Hazard will tell you as well, you can play it into him and run past him because he'll hold it.
Yeah.
If you ain't got someone to hold the ball and bounce the ball off, bro, like you can't make them second and third man runs. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You cannot do it. It's not possible. I think Hazard's best time, he said he loved playing with Olivier Giroud.
Of course. Every attacker's dream, someone like him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Able to hold the ball, bring the ball down, still score when he's given the chance to. And he's efficient, bro, with the ball, bro. You don't see him usually wasting the ball and running the ball into trouble and falling over and all that stupidness. You don't see that,
bro. And exactly in a very young France team with pace all around you, you need someone like Giroud.
And that's why he was so important.
That's what I'm saying.
Even though he spent a lot of time on the bench the year before, like people were surprised he was in that World Cup squad, let alone started games. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
100%. I mean, and big up Morgan for the super chat as well. And yeah, Chelsea's model is we keep spending money until we win something.
Straight up.
That's the most effective model in football.
It is. I said that when listen, like who was I talking to? Like saying about how they don't like the fact that they keep changing managers. I was like, what? Why does it matter? If you're winning, if the formula works of changing manager every 2 years, 2.5 years, sacking a man, moving on, that's it. Why not? Do you know what I mean? There's no what I like about Chelsea is they cut emotion out of their process. Do you know what I'm saying? Mourinho, look what Mourinho done for them. They still sacked the man. Simple. Look what Lampard done for the club. They still sacked him. It doesn't matter what you done for them. They want to move on. Whereas I'm more worried that we have more sentiment like carried towards like because of who Solskjaer is and what he's done for the club. Maybe we'll give him more time. We'll see. But Chelsea don't care. They do not care what you've done prior.
Facts.
They don't care.
Facts. Do you know what I'm saying? Michael Ramsey, with all due respect, my guy, that's not the one still. Like Thiago is one of the best midfielders in Europe. And because it's not working out in your team, that doesn't mean
you know what this type of football analysis is, it's the why don't we go back to what we were playing and who we were playing with when we were winning? And it's like all Michael's thinking about now is when we were winning, when we won 14 games in a row, when we got 99 points, we had Genie and Hendo. It's not as simple as that. Like the reality is, Thiago is a better player. He's even more intelligent than them as well. Like he is a better overall footballer. But maybe what should have happened is that he should have been transitioned into the team better. That's another question. Do you know what I mean? Like or another topic. But he's definitely a better player. You can't say that Henderson is better than Thiago. That don't make no sense at all.
100%. And big up Tank. Giroud might not be a 20 goal a season striker, but bro, do you know the amount of goals that everyone else would score with him in the team? That makes up for the fact he's not going to score 20 goals.
Yeah.
He's not meant to be a 20 goal season striker. He's a facilitator.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's a facilitator that can finish and also gives you an aerial threat in the box. So when Liverpool are spamming their 1 million crosses, I bet they wish Giroud was in there instead of Firmino.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that if Trent and Robertson weren't putting in 40 crosses a game between them, Giroud's not going to get on the end of one of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad the big team did appreciate his ability and he got signed from Arsenal, because he could have easily ended up somewhere else, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because of his age and the fact that he ain't got pace and the fact that he spent so much time in the last 5 years on the bench, a lot of clubs may not have appreciated his ability. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone in the chat. Do you know what I'm saying? What, Giroud's 10 goals away from 100 Premier League goals. And I respect him. Like, I hope he breaks that. I'm sure he will. Do you know what I mean? And it will be great. Do you know what I'm saying? It will be great, man. Because he deserves to be in that conversation, bro. Because he's been a good servant to the Premier League and he's a top player. Big up everyone inside. Smash that like button. Do you know what I'm saying? Top show today. Make sure you subscribe to Cheeky Sport. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? Plenty of content coming there. I'm back tonight at 7 o'clock with Saeed. You lot, make sure you go over Raid X's channel now. Tottenham are playing. Rants Raid, I'm heading over there now. Do you know what I mean? So you man, Tottenham are playing now, innit? So he's streaming.
They're 1-0 up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yo, we're gonna raid Expressions channel now. Do you know what I mean? So, all of you, man, smash the like button before you leave, and then we're raiding, in it. It's the Rants raid on Expressions channel, people. Back at 7 o'clock, and yeah, I'll see you on X's channel.